Welcome, everyone. My name is Mirthless Mirror, and today we are returning to another episode of The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, and I'm excited about it. I'm having a good day, and I'll tell you guys why. Most of the stuff hasn't been brought into our new area, but some of it has. I also figured out why this statue is getting blocked. Check it out. This is my foundation, so I can get rid of it. So, I'll clean that up later. I'm not like too worried about that right now. I'm just happy to know that that statue was getting clipped because of me and not because of the game. So, I have moved all of our storage into this room here, which is exciting. So, I think the first thing that we want to do is build a wall. I think this room is too big. Maybe a narrow wall. Let's see where does this archway fit? Oh, nice. Oh, but it doesn't come all the way. I guess it does kind of go all the way against that thing. Cool. Oh, let me put it in the right spot. All right, we're gonna have to use one of these. Actually, this will be better, maybe? Oh, check that out. These are not actually level. Man, if I were an engineer, that would drive me crazy. I wonder if I could put a granite barrier there and just close that off. Or if I just have to leave it like that. And either way, it's really not that big a deal. It's so high up, I doubt that we'll see it. Oh, look at that. We think we can fit it. Very nice. Except that's not really flush. There. Very nice. And now we'll just extend that wall. Oh no, did that rope fall into the wall? Maybe. Oh, and that door isn't centered. Well, bummer. That's okay. It should be fairly easy to solve. Let's do it from the other side this time. That's my best bet. Okay. There's a space in that wall. So maybe... What did I just deconstruct? That elven wood and hide was something. Oh, my bellows. Okay. Of course it's my bellows. I'm really glad I figured out what that was, because that would have been really unfortunate to just walk away and not know what I had destroyed. Okay, let's try putting a wall here this time, and maybe that will do it for us. Oh, I see the problem with that is now it's no longer flush with this one. But that's okay, because maybe we can solve that problem without too much issue. This one. Maybe 2 of these might be better. I don't know. I think 2 of them might be... Yeah, I think 2 of them might be better. Kind of has that space anyway. Oh well. This is the sort of thing I won't notice later. Come on. Let me in there. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I think I like that door placement better, assuming that... I don't know why the wall doesn't really lay flat there. What is that problem going on? You guys see that space. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Ah, I see. I was placing them like that. That's crazy. We'll have to be more careful about our placement. I think that was said right as this one isn't right, but that's okay. I don't think it matters. See, because I've got it in the floor here too. And it will eventually disappear, but not that one. That one is too big and I'll notice it forever. So let's take care of that. Yeah, that fixed it. I guess the door isn't really centered on this side, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Is it going to be a problem? I guess I got to pick one or the other. If I take out these and replace it with this, maybe I can... No, they're going to force me one way or the other. Can't... Is that a spot that is going to be better? No, because it's not really in the proper area here. I don't know what it's sitting on, but it's not sitting on the right thing. So we're just going to have our door off center either way, and I think I liked it better here. Because it seems to follow this pathway, not on the stairs, which seems more natural to me. Okay, that looks all right. Let's extend the wall further. Let's have a little bit of a space there. Maybe I can retain that space. Holy cannoli! You guys scared the crap out of me.
That's better weapon for this.
Not very nice. There. Maybe I can... Oh no, those don't line up. Darn it. No, it's gonna have to be a full one. And if it's gonna have to be a full one, that means it may not be uniform with the other spots. But you know what? I don't care. If I care, I'll come back and fix it later. I guess maybe we can put another door here, right? This one doesn't really... Maybe I could make this one not really centered in the wall either, but could be more perfect for that stairway. But actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to close off the stairway anyway. So let's just do it there for now. And we'll move it according to our needs later. Except it's not in the proper spot. There. You know, I think I do like it flush against the column rather than having that space. So I might go back and redo that later, but not right now. Build near a hearth. I gotta get it higher. What? I think the animation must have put me on the ladder for a second and then taken me off the ladder so quickly that, well, it caused me to fall off. Okay, let's try that. All right. So this kind of makes this room smaller. And separates our storage, like our long-term storage, from our short-term storage. Let's go. Up here and we'll do our barriers. Actually, I might just take this. Do I dare make a third floor? I could. Not a terrible idea. I could easily make a third floor, but I'm not going to do it right now. Frankly, I have a lot of space as it is, so making a third floor seems a bit unnecessary. I may not be able to reach that one, actually. What? I didn't know there were precious gems up there. What the heck? That's awesome. Right in my home base. That is really cool. We'll have to go and get that at some point. Wow, that rope goes far. And good thing, too. Yeah, look how easy it would be to make a third floor. I mean, they basically already have the framework for me in there. So easy. But not going to do it right now. If we need more storage or something, we can do that. All right, that should do. Maybe I don't want to fall all the way down there. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Now that we have this wall... Oh, what's up, buddy? I thought you were dead for sure. I'd already mentally gone somewhere else. Oh, it'd be nice to get some light back here too. And why don't we put a hearth here? Uh-oh. That is the second time I found that little spot. That must mean that it's collapsing. Wonder why. Do I need to build a support beam, I wonder? Can I do that? Yes. Arched ceilings. I don't know if that's the same thing as a support beam. Support and reinforcement. That sounds like what I'm talking about. And this also looks like what I'm talking about. So maybe I can? But I don't know why we're having the problem. So that's a single. Maybe it's that we're using singles there. Maybe if I did the following. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. And now we want one of these. Let's see, how much space am I going to claim from this? So this one I'm going to remove. So that one doesn't count. I think this is worth it. Let's find out. Yeah, it pretty much gave me all of this space. And allows me to get rid of that, maybe? Yes. Yes, yes. I think. Okay, cool. So that will be an additional hearth. Now we need lighting, I think, because it's so dark in here. Why don't we try our new lamps? They're not that expensive. Amber. So why don't we try an orange light? Let's just try them all. So this one is orange, gives kind of a nice warm glow. Kind of like the gem on my shield a little bit. This one is white. Ah, so that's kind of a a cool radiant. Warm or cool. Okay. And this one is purple. Oh, that is so cool! Man, that is atmospheric. Very cool. And do I have any other ones? Green, purple, and... So let's try green, and let's try yellow, because we did... Oh, actually looks good, too. This one doesn't say what color it is. Wonder why. But it is a blue. Okay. I think for this area, I'm going to go with these large white ones. Actually, don't I have other large colors too? I do. So if I wanted to, I could make it that really cool purple that I enjoy. But I think I'm going to save it somewhere else. Let's use the really bright white. Wow, all of those lights are really cool. Thank you, developers, for making some really neat options. So many survival games forget that we all want different colored lights. It also gives me the opportunity to make like warning symbols or something of my own creation if I so desire. What is that? And why is it there? I'm just barely too high. Huh. Wonder why I'm able to fit that one perfectly centered, but I'm not able to fit this one perfectly centered. Is it my floor? You know what? I bet it's my floor. Because check this out. This floor is different. This one is actually pushed forward a little bit. Maybe that's my problem. So I might be able to solve this guy if I bring... But it does seem level with this wall, doesn't it? It does to me. That's all right. Let me try the same thing but with a yellow. Because there's a lot of gold in here, and it might look a little more pleasant to me if it's a yellow. No, I think I still like the white, so let's keep the white. And let's do it on the other side. Like the statue from the front. It's going to be hard to get even. We'll just do our best. Not quite. No, they're not even close. It's just hard to see from that angle. Has to be a little higher. Even more. Close enough. Okay. Now we got to get that iron ingot that got in the middle of the wall, and apparently that wood as well. Did it just put another wood in that wall? I bet it did. That's really funny. But maybe it'll fall out later. Okay, well that helps a lot as far as lighting goes. Let's get more. Let's get on a platform. Does this help? Yeah, but I don't like it. So we're going to pick different torches in this room. We'll leave the large torches on the outside and let this kind of turn into something like a gazebo. Which means we're going to want more intimate lighting in here. Why don't we try our yellow ones here? That might work, but maybe I shouldn't have removed my platforms yet. Oh man, those aren't close. But they are closer than I expected them to be. That's may not be that bad. Let's have a look at it again. That's close enough. Okay, and let's try the other side. I don't know, can we try a big one? Probably not in the center. I don't know about that. Maybe if they're way higher, it kind of gives it a face. Check that out. Definitely looks like a face. That is hilarious. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna name him Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Okay, let's move the eyes. Oh, hey, you know what? We're starving to death. Let's go get some food. And while we wait for that food, we're gonna fix this wall. Might as well. Yeah. And then I'll fix that door somehow. Is this done yet? Almost. Hey, am I making brew in my kettle? This kettle's new, so I don't know if I'm actually making anything in it. No, so we should. Increases damage resistance. No, we're gonna keep this for now. We have 2 of those now, but one's temporary. Maybe we'll put one in our downstairs. That way we can brew multiple brews. So I could put the 2 lamps higher up, but instead, why don't we try some of the smaller lamps? We got spiders coming again. I'm gonna allow him to have a little bit of a face, but maybe it won't be as obvious if they're little. It's still there, but I do feel like it's not as obvious. Maybe the lights need to be higher. Maybe that's my problem. I do like those yellow lights, though. Okay. Don't look too closely. But we are going to try our best to make these somewhat even. Close enough. For those of you who pulled out your measuring sticks to see if they were really even, don't let me know. I'm just going to pretend that they're even. Okay. And what about these torches? These are kind of neat, right? Do they belong anywhere in here? What about right here? I mean, I don't hate it. I don't know that I love it. Why don't we put more? So this one should go here. That looks natural to me. I don't know if I'll keep these other ones. Oh, did I not drink all my drink? So distractible. Oh man, I didn't get the buff. That's okay. So here? Yeah, that looks really good. I don't know about these. Maybe they're okay. And maybe I like that better. It just looks very natural to have them in that spot. Okay. So this room is getting lit. Let's put another one here. I wonder if I should go back to white. And maybe I go to purple in these rooms. That might be kind of fun. It might be kind of distracting, but it might be kind of fun. So let's find out. Okay, is the purple with the gold awesome, or is it weird? I don't know. I think it's kind of awesome. Let's try the green. Oh, the green is really nice with the gold. But I kind of like the purple's mood better. And let's see, I have white and orange. Let's try orange. I mean, it's got a lot of gold, so might be too much. But it kind of looks like he has those exclamation points that quest givers have right above their heads. You guys know what I'm talking about. Give me a quest. Kill 10 wolves? Okay. I kind of like it that way, though. I might like it best. Because it kind of blends in and disappears. So the orange looks cleanest to me, but I do like the mood of the purple. So why don't we go with the purple and we will do the orange next time, or maybe not next time is what I mean. If we decide we don't like the purple over time, we'll switch it to the orange because we already know we like it. For those who didn't like it, let me know in the comments. Oh man, that looks really good. Am I really willing to take it down? Oh, are we out of purple? Wow. Okay. I did not realize. Okay. That's fine, because I liked the orange a lot. Why don't we compare it to a yellow? Because I can get yellows. I like the orange better. It looks a little more natural against the gold. The fact that I'm losing some of my equipment up there is kind of driving me nuts. You guys know how I feel about litter. Cool. So I do like that purple, but we will just have to do it another time. When we have more equipment. Those aren't perfect, but they're close. And then let's put 2 more here. Or maybe they should be here. No, let's go with my first instinct first. And do they go here or do they go here? Okay, that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. Wow. Okay, we'll do that in all the other spots too. And by the way, guys, if you find a spot in your own game that is similar to this, you are welcome to use these ideas for your own base. We can have all of our little dwarf murals with their little glowing exclamation points, and we can all get quests. Oh, I forgot the ones on the outside here. Oh, that one is not quite right. The other ones were all pretty good, and then that one was cockeyed. So let's try again. It's still a little bit lower. You know, we're going to do the thing where it's now going to be higher. No, that looks good. That's close enough. Okay, so now this place is all lit up. I don't know how I feel about those lights. They're okay. These ones are fantastic. I love them. Those ones may get reworked, but they're okay for now. And I suppose it would be reasonable to put a light here as well, but I'm going to figure out what's in the room first, because maybe I can do a different colored light. And it's kind of fun that we're using the white light here along with this white sunstone or whatever it is. I didn't really plan that, but I think it works out well. We're going to need to light this room too. So why don't we do it? I liked the orange lights that we were going for, and there is a lot of orange in this area too, so why don't we try it? What if we did here and here? Not only is that cockeyed, there's just something about it that I really don't like. I was hoping that, you know, they'd look like lights in the windows or candles in the windows. Because, you know, this area kind of looks like a dwarven apartment complex or something. But it didn't look like that at all. And I'm not really sure why. So why don't we try this instead? That one's got to be a little higher, but I think I like it better than the last one. Yeah. And then we've got to do something over here. Why not building on a floor? Hey, you know what? That's okay, but I don't like the orange there. It's kind of too bright. We might need to use a different color. Different colored light. Looked really good in the back, but less good in the front. So that does solve my light problem. But because this door is not centered really, these look a bit silly and out of place as well. So maybe I could put them around the door, and that will kind of make the eye assume that it's centered. Let's see. I mean, kind of. Now this one is, I was going to say, too far forward. See, here's the problem about aesthetics, guys. Even if they're like, I mean, they can be near to perfect, of course, but if they're not good, well then it's better to not have them. Because aesthetics are supposed to look good. Their whole purpose. That's still a little far forward, but it might be close enough. So I do kind of like it. But I think I would prefer it if they were wall torches and not standing torches. Maybe I can get away with just one. Man, I wish I could just look at the light and change the color. Wouldn't that be great? Then I wouldn't have to replace them. So this is blue. Maybe the blue contrast might be nice. Okay, I like the white better than the blue. But let's try a yellow. We had orange before, by the way. I like the yellow. It's kind of the middle ground between the orange and the white. The orange is a little bit more warm, the white is a little bit more cool, and the yellow is, you know, kind of in between the two of those. At least that's how I interpret it. I was gonna say close enough. They're not. Wow, the purple looks really cool with the orange. It does look really neat with the orange. The problem is I just don't have a lot of them. All right, that'll do for now. Let's close up this staircase like I think we should. We will have to leave some room for this statue. I think it will look odd if we do not. It'll look a little odd anyway. But that's okay. Can I build on top of that thing? Yes, I think I can. Maybe up to here. Wonder why this floor gets a little strange there. It's okay though. I think we'll just connect it here like that. Come on, let me in there. Please. You're not gonna do it. Oh well, that's okay. I think actually I should be coming out one further anyway. Yeah, the floor gets kind of messed up here. I wonder, can I remove these? I can. Maybe that's my problem. Oops. No, that's still not really level. I guess I lose it right here. I don't want to fix this whole floor. I don't think it's necessary to. So let's just close it up. And hope we forget it. Okay. Can I close that space off down there? That would be wonderful if I could. It seems like I can. I need to get in there and see, but I can't. And they're not gonna play ball over there, or over there. All right. So I guess our next best bet is to light this area here. That's here. I liked the white, so let's stick with the white. This needs to go way higher. Why don't we do it this way? I think it's going to be a little easier. Actually, I don't think I want it that high. Let's take this one. And this one. Maybe here? Yeah, maybe. It's hard to tell. Is that halfway up or is it 3/4 of the way up? I think it's halfway. I think I'd prefer it a little higher. I think I hear a moth out there.
Eyes up! Monsters in the air! I need a better weapon for this!
That flapping was driving me crazy. Okay, why don't we try just beneath this thing? Probably like that. Yes. Am I happy with it being white? I think I want it to be yellow. Yeah. That's fine. There you are. Hey, buddy. Come here. Wonder if I still need this hearth. I may not. Yeah, I do. As long as I'm building in this area, I do. So I really liked the position of that torch, but not the color. Is that green? Oh, that's yellow. Okay. That's too high. Yeah, I like that a lot better. But my only issue is it needs to be on the columns next to it and not on the inside column. No, that's right. Dang it. Took out the wall. Maybe I should make those doors adamant. I guess I can't. So we'll keep it as we can. Doesn't fit? Fine. Okay. There, now my entrance is lit. That is nice. I won't worry too much about the staircase. I think I just want to do this area because I'm just so excited about exploring the next area, you know? And I need this base up and running to be able to do it. There isn't a space here. That's why they look different. I see. There isn't space here along this wall. Can I put it above this door? So I am going to try and center this door again. So why don't we just assume that I already have and place this thing centered? And then I'll just fix the door later. It'll be an eyesore for, I don't know, a few hours, and then I'll solve it. Where did I put these? So not quite at the height of the men, or the dwarf, I mean. I think I want them above it, slightly. I see, I can't make the other one that high. This is so strange. They are equal, I see, but that space is not. Okay. That's not the end of the world. I could bring that one down a little bit and that one up a little bit, and it might be perfect. Oh man, come on. Not quite. Fine. I need a better angle. There we go. So I'm going to try and put this one as high as I can, and then I'll put the other one as low as I can, but to match it. Okay. So let's measure it up with the dwarf. It looks like the top reaches about the dwarf's head. And right now this is above the dwarf's head. So let's bring it down. Oh, that's going to be tough. Maybe? Hey, close enough. They don't look quite right, but that's just because the wall's not quite right. Well, what if I put this one over the door? And that might be a problem solved. I think that one's the one I just put down is a little bit lower. But, oh, maybe it's a little bit higher. Or maybe they're about the same. I'm going to say they're about the same. I was about to take down that light, but I actually think that light looks kind of nice there. So maybe if I put a fourth one down right here, I might be able to keep all of them. And that'd be nice, because then I don't have to, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Oh, does it look better that way? I could be here all day. So let's see if I can get away with these 4. So this guy's got to be something like that. So maybe here. I don't know if I like it. Why don't we just keep it that way for now? If I don't know whether or not I like it, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Then we'll just leave it. And then when I come to know that I do hate it or like it, which will probably be sometime in the future, then I can decide, hey, we made the right choice in keeping it, or I'll get rid of it. Now remember, we're going to rearrange that door if possible later, so don't get too worried about the fact that it doesn't line up to the center. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm worried about. I think we're pretty much ready to go out and start searching and exploring the area because we have storage, we have lights, we have food, we have repair smithies, we have furnaces, we've got everything we need, I think, to start going. The only thing is, all of my prized possessions are outside of the base, outside of our defenses, and currently vulnerable to orcs. So I'm going to transfer all of these ores and all of these wood pieces and everything back into this room. And I'm going to do it off camera. So I will see you guys back here in just about 3 seconds. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. So I have moved everything from outside here where we were storing it before, and I have moved it inside of the base now. So to quickly catch you guys up to speed so that nobody's lost, we've got our stone over here. We've got some ore over here in our secondary base. That's kind of, I figure, will work out for us pretty well. And then I put some of our treasure here and the rest of our storage up here. So now everything is safely in the base. We don't have to worry about rampaging orcs. We did actually have a bunch of Urukai attack us and actually destroy one of our salt pallets while I was trying to bring everything in. That was unfortunate. But now I got to place all these coins. So I am going to do the logical thing and place it with the rest of our treasure. And then we got to build a bedroom. Why don't we put it with this dwarf here? Could do 2 of those. Look, maybe I don't want to do 2. I think I want to do this one. Yeah, this one. Let's bring that a little closer. Actually, we've got to move these first. And then we'll do another one here. There. Now it looks like he's hanging out with our treasure. Okay. And let's work on this bedroom. So we've got to have our bedroom all set before we can really start doing our heavy exploration. Hey, I think we have rugs now. I guess these are carpets. I don't. I guess I do know the difference between a rug and a carpet. Uh-oh, looks like we're under siege. So that we'll have to wait.
I'll destroy you first.
All right, fine. You guys want to be that way? Which hearth are you attacking? This one. Wonder where they're coming in from. Maybe downstairs? Usually you can see like damage numbers when they attack my walls. So far, nothing. I guess they can't figure out how to get to my hearth. So I'm not really under siege? Maybe? That's kind of neat. See if they spawned over here. Nope. Alright, well. I'm going to ignore that siege then. Alright. Let's do it horizontally this time. And it would kind of make sense to put my map stone in my bedroom, but I put the map stone upstairs right next to the kitchen, and I think that actually makes a lot of sense because I'll come home from traveling and be hungry, right? You know, maybe I should do walls first before I start decorating this place. I need to make sure that everything's going to fit in the room. Why don't we... That's a floor. There we go. Extend this, maybe? Maybe? Let's try gilded door. I think it has to be there. Is that right? Yes, it has to be there. That's the better spot. Because then it kind of looks like it's on the top of the stairs rather than off center from the stairs. And then we'll try and close this off here. Okay. Maybe we get a barrier here. Nice. Wow, I'm excited that that fits so perfectly. Oh, we gotta do this side too. That'd be funny to have a little hole here. Narrow wall, please. Lock in. There we go. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay. Much more intimate. And now we'll put down that vase. Vase. Whatever one calls it. And let's do a banner. Oh. I'm missing Numenorian cloth. I can't make another banner, huh? Well, that'll only take me a second to make. I haven't set my loom down yet. Wonder how I actually ran out of Numenorian cloth. Oh well, we'll just set a loom down real quick, use it, and boom. Get rid of it. I guess it costs 9, so I should make a little bit more than that. Okay. Oh man, kind of lost it there. Okay, that's close enough. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever notice the variance on those. One's a little higher than the other, but I don't think I'll notice. Yeah, that looks okay. Lighting? Let's try orange. Oh. I guess this wall's kind of strange. I think this probably comes from behind. So in fact, it looks like that's centered, but it's not really. That onyx, is that all it's going to give me? I thought I had Numenorian cloth in there too. That's probably how I lose Numenorian cloth. Oh, yep. There it is, in the water. In the water. I meant to say in the wall. Okay. That seems a little high. No, it doesn't. Maybe a little. Okay. I don't know if that's in the exact same spot, but let's assume it's not. And let's replace this black banner, but we're going to bring it a little bit over here. Kind of ignore that pillar and center it better here. There. Did it come forward? No, I think they're both a little forward. So they should be equal. Okay, that's fine. What does someone else need in a bedroom? Nothing? Okay. Well, I guess that's okay. Pile of gold, maybe? We kind of have already made several piles of gold. I probably can't afford a large one. Yeah, only a treasure cache. Nah, there's really no room for it. We'll just keep filling out that. Guess we'll leave. I mean, our bedroom looks pretty good, as is. If we had a night table, a nightstand or something. But no, I think I'll leave it as is. Okay. We also need to finally place our bookshelves. I know that a lot of you are saying, hey, why didn't you place the bookshelves first? And those of you who say that, you make a lot of sense. You know, you want to put the bookshelf first so that you can get that buff, and then, you know, you can place your items and possibly get some more freebies, right? That makes sense. But see, the problem is the bookshelves are, except for the use of the buff, effectively decorative. So they've kind of got to go down last because I don't really know where they're going to fit. And so that's why I didn't put them down. So let's put them up now, because I think I have the perfect spot for them. It's in the storage area that we made yesterday. The build lore case. Okay, so we don't want it right up against the wall. Maybe there. And then we'll put another one here. Can I somehow make these semi-even? Okay. And then we'll make this into a reading nook. We need a spot for our oven, so if we could fit our oven here, that would be ideal. Let's start with this. So that pulls it away from the bookshelf a little bit. No. Maybe if we go right in the middle of those two spots, right there, maybe that will be okay. All right, I think that should work. Let's see what it looks like once we start putting more in the room. So maybe a carpet or a rug of some kind. A long white rug, that sounds nice. Oh, comes right up to that. That seems actually kind of neat. Okay, so we've got our white rug. Why don't we put a little table down? Ornate table, huh? So that one has like metal. Yeah, we want ornate. Unless we want round. Ooh, that's cozy. I kind of like it cozy, but I'm gonna go for this first. And if we could put like trees here. I want a tree here, and a tree here, some bushes there, and probably some foliage over there. And we would be perfect because we would have a hedge barrier and some it would be a place you could eat and read, but we only have vases, so maybe they could like represent our trees. I don't know. We'll keep looking. We need a banner above the fireplace. Oh. Right there, maybe? No. I guess I could put one banner over each bookshelf. That symmetry might be nice. See, my problem is the smoke was going right in front of the flag. Didn't look appealing to me. And the problem with this is we've already got our lights above here, so it might look a bit crowded. Let's just use the same color for now. I might end up replacing one with the other, but oh, Numenorian cloth. I feel like the double banners will look nice. My only issue is I don't think it fits, darn it, the lights very well. Apparently I need to make a lot more Numenorian cloth. The trouble is, you know, you have to make it one at a time. So that's kind of arduous. Oh! By the way, guys, you'll be interested in this. I figured out why this door is askew. You guys notice that it's, you know, not perfectly centered with the two, I guess, dwarven pillars there, but it is perfectly centered over here. Well, the reason why I can't seem to get a perfect center on this door is because of that. See? It's this dirt that I can't get rid of. And it's the whole, not this particular one, but the dirt on the floor is the whole reason why I made a whole new floor, because we can't remove the dirt that's already here. So with the fact that there is dirt there, it is blocking my door, and so I cannot make my door centered. And so this door is always going to be a little off center. There's nothing I can do about it except move the entire wall, and I just don't feel like moving the entire wall. I think the wall looks fine where it is. It took me a long time to put the wall there. I'll just accept a little bit of imperfection because it's outside of my control. But it might be kind of nice to have this area wood. Speaking of removing the floor. This button. Uh-oh. This is a mistake. I don't want to collapse this area. It would look good, wood, but I risk collapsing the area, and is that worth it to me? No. Let's just see what it would look like if it were wood. Hey, you know what? It does look really good, but I like the stone better. So, seeing as the stone is going to be less risky, let's keep the stone floor, granite floor, whatever. That's kind of alarming. You know, I mean, this area looks so secure, but oof, could fall right in there. Okay, let's get our white rug back, because that looked really nice. And our ornate table looked nice too. Let's get a padded chair in there. I wonder how I want this padded chair. I guess there's only one of me. I was gonna put two of them. So what if I did that? Kind of looks like a desk if I do it that way, which is kind of nice. But I don't know, I kind of liked it without the chair. It looked kind of regal. No, the chair made sense, actually. So I'll replace it. Okay. So if I do like the banners above the bookcases, should I redesign the lights? The lights just make a lot of sense. Well, what if I did flags instead of banners? Meh. That looks alright though, if I wanted to do something like that. That Numenorian cloth, man. It's a real bottleneck. Well, you know what? I think we'll leave it as is for now. So I still have to design the farm. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the farm right here. Because that makes the most sense to me. This needs a light. And I'm using orange lights in there, and I think I'm using yellow lights in there, and I think I'm using white lights in there. So why don't we use yellow in here? So here. And if we can afford it, maybe we can find a spot over here. No, that's cockeye. But I actually don't think it's going to fit anyway, so. But I also feel like we can't get away with it without it, because look how dark it is. Everything is just a little hodgepodge. Like when you start looking really close at the architecture, because I mean, from a distance, it all seems to make sense. But when you start looking really close, you realize that they're all kind of colliding with each other. And I guess that's because the game is randomly generated, which, by the way, I think is good. Like, so even though it sounds like I could be criticizing, I'm really not. I think that it's good that the game is always different. However, one of the downsides that we'll get is that the environment isn't going to fall quite naturally, and we're going to have some weird things that happen, you know, like weird pillars and strange spots that will kind of force us to adapt our decorating. I guess we'll just keep this one. And we'll figure it out by putting a lamp down somewhere. Like a standing torch or something like that, but I'll just have to figure it out later. Why don't we start on the farm? What do I need to grow? I need to grow oats because I make this hop goblet a lot. So I need to make blooms and oats. And as far as food, I do need to make cranberries and crabapple. I do make this a lot, speaking of which. Oh, I can't look at the other ones while I do that. Okay. Oh, I need to find some cranberries. I've got some in here, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we really are almost out. That kind of emphasizes how many I use. Let's make 10. Okay, and we need some of these too. Let's just do 5. Wait, how long do these take? Doesn't really tell me. I think they take a while, so why don't I just bring 10 of everything and then we'll figure out which ones we want to plant. Mushrooms I'm going to worry about later. Wow, we are running out of food. Oh, okay. We are not running out of food. I thought, wow, I need way more cranberries than I thought, but I've got plenty of cranberries. You can see why when I opened that and only saw 40 cranberries that I was a bit disconcerted because I've got stacks and stacks of cranberries. I kind of need to grow all of these things. Crab apples take a really long time. So I'm going to grab extra of those. Okay. I'm hoping this guy can act like my scarecrow visually and that I don't need to put down a scarecrow. Because I think this scarecrow, this thing, field post, it only matters if I don't have the area within a hearth, right? And this area is within a hearth. So that means I should just be able to build it in here. Let's try this. Okay, so we are going to need to make a lot of space. But I also need room to be able to target them because I found that the targeting in the farming is a bit touchy. So let's try this. Okay. And then we'll cap it here. Oh. These are really not that close. Let's try... I think I want to match this one with that one. Oh, that's right, I'm starving. Completely forgot that I made that food. And let's get a drink too.
With the pinging upon the fiddle strings broke, the cow jumped over them.
Is that right? That looks about right.
Oh, ho, ho!
And... okay, that should be easy. And... I guess I can do more, but I don't want to take up two of my walking area. Too much space, I mean. So this is our storage, like long-term storage. So I'm gonna be able, I want to be able to move through here and be able to pick those things up. Maybe we could bring another farm over here, but we need one of them to be a mushroom farm. We could also bring our farms back into here, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to do my rune table, my loom, and that kind of stuff back here. Maybe, if we've got the room for it. So what if we did like a loom here? And a workbench here. And then we could do our ink table across the way here. I liked everything else. I don't know that I like the ink table there. Maybe if we bring this closer, it won't look like it's being unintentionally hidden. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. But we'll put it here. Okay, and so it would make sense that on the other side that we have maybe a rune table. Maybe I could put the room table in the center. That seems kind of neat. And maybe a gem cutter nearby. Do I already have one of these? Next to my anvil? No. So we do have to put down a gem cutter. I could put essentially all of them in here, but I've got this whole other space that I can use too. Hey, that's natural lighting. I really could put a garden in here. Maybe that's what they intend. Is that in all of the spots? Yeah. Maybe they do intend me to put gardens in these little spaces. That would make sense now that I'm looking at it with all of the golden reliefs. You've got the pillars around it. Kind of looks like a gazebo already. So they do kind of suggest that, hey, you could make this into a garden. Maybe I should do that. I am not completely convinced. And we're gonna need room for that stuff. Hopefully I have room for that somewhere. Gem cutter. You know, I said I didn't like it here, but I think I'm changing my mind. Okay, so now we have a rune table, ink grinder, workbench, loom. Got our oven. We've got that. We'll need some of these. We'll need that. And then I think our base is like done and we're ready to start questing, which is going to be so exciting. All right, well, why don't we try? Let's just try it. Okay, this seems obvious. And this okay. And maybe some farm patches. I have about that much space. Is that about right? It's about right, I guess. Hey, you know what? That might look nice. So what if I were to grow... No, not cabbage. A crab apple here. Oh, I can't. Because that one is at mid-light. Oh no. Mid-light, huh? Well, what if I built an Athen lamp? Like that. And now I've got plenty of light. And that looks natural. It looks like it belongs there. So why don't we do that to the other side? That actually looks pretty nice. I'm going to do it on this side even if I don't need it, which it seems like I don't need it, but I'm doing it anyway. I think it'll look aesthetically pleasing. Wow, those are cool looking. Yeah, that looks very nice. Okay, so why don't we try some grab apples, because they grow slowly. Okay, so those are in the back because they grow slowly. Do these also grow slowly? Yes. What else grows slowly? Average. Oh, cabbages do grow slowly. Maybe these are pretty. Why don't we put them in the middle? We'll find out. We'll plan on putting a pretty one in the middle. I don't really know which one grows to be pretty, but that one could be. And so if those are slow, can I make these ones fast and I can come back here only sometimes? Might be nice. Okay, why don't we do white beans? Because we can change this. We're going to change the order, you know, as we get used to it. We'll do white beans on that side, and we'll do Sunions. Oh wait, are those are both average? Average and average, yep. And then we'll put some fast-growing ones here. Oh no, these are both average. Why don't we do these ones? Because then I've got average pretty much the whole place. Okay. So I have not grown cabbages, but I've grown crab apples and potatoes, parsnips, Sunions. So these ones I need to grow. And just to double check, because now I kind of feel like I have lots of farm plots available. What other ones do I need to grow? Ah, fennel, of course. And I need to grow all of my mushrooms. Okay, I think I can do that. Well, let's try the following. Short, 1 oat. So cabbages is the only thing I'm not growing. I guess I may need to move cabbages into this part because my cabbages are really the only thing that's slow. But maybe that means I should be growing twice as much of it. Just not sure yet. Okay, is that everything? I've got fennel, oats. Okay. Yeah, let's go fill out that last one. This might be a good start to a garden for us. I know. I have all my stuff stored on the other side right now because it's further away. And my assumption is when I'm dropping off stuff in the future, I'm going to want to go to the closest chest. And so I'm trying to keep the chests that are closer empty so that then I can fill them later. So right now we have the unfortunate task of having to walk all the way to the chest that we need. And was that an oat? I think it was. Okay. And now, do you think we could do our mushrooms here? It does have some light, which may be too much light. In which case, I may need to consider, you know, my bedroom would have been a good mushroom spot. But too late for that. If I could, guys, if I could break this wall, that's where I would put the mushrooms. But I can't. So, we'll have to figure something else out. We could put our mushrooms down here, but I like the idea of our mushrooms being next to our other plants. That way I can kind of pick up all of our plants at once, and that would be ideal. So here is what I'm going to attempt. Let's find out if our mushrooms will grow in medium light. And if they do, we'll do them up here. And if not, we'll just have to find a different spot. Oh, I don't have any mushrooms on me. I have more mushrooms than this. It must be on the other side. I actually don't know what mushrooms I'm missing right now. No seeds, huh? Alright, fine. Cave caps, poison mushrooms. I don't remember the other ones off the top of my head for some reason. They're like on the vestiges of my memory, but I cannot remember what my mushrooms are. Maybe I have some in my transition chests. Ah, I need to make time. Okay, that's important. And you know what? Biteweed would be a good idea too, even though I don't use it much. I don't use it very much. I can't grow that. So it looks like that's the only mushrooms I can do because I can't grow sunken moss. Okay, so I really only have 4 mushrooms? That's odd. I thought I had more than that. Okay, well, which one needs to grow the thyme? Does thyme grow quickly or slowly? Let's do... I know what I do the fennel for. Let's do our cabbage. It's the only one that's slow. And everything else here grows fast. So we'll let that farm completely mature so that it's all on one timetable. And we'll find somewhere else for this cabbage. Hey, you know, this looks really good. Maybe I can hide the cabbage back here. Doesn't have to look like it's even here. Might be able to fit it like behind this other one. Glad I don't catch on fire when I stand on the hearth. While that is realistic, I do appreciate the freedom. Yeah, see, that doesn't change the appearance of the garden at all, but still allows me to grow a bunch of cabbages. Hey, you know what? That's too far forward and actually needs to be pulled back, but we'll do it next time when we replace the cabbages. Oh, that's a mushroom? It's supposed to be a cabbage. Okay, now this area, can I grow mushrooms here? Yes? Yes, okay. In which case, if we have 4 mushrooms, I probably want to do at least 3 of each. So 4 sets of these. Maybe I could do it like this. Wow, why is that one lower than the other one? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay. And let's see, I could do that one. I think it would look aesthetically pleasing if I did it that way. Yeah, let's do that. I don't have a need for it, but I think it does look better. What if we did this? I mean, I'm gonna keep it the other way for now. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So this is what we'll do. We'll keep it as is. And then over time, as I'm looking at it, it'll become clear to me what needs to change, if anything. Okay, and the ones that, too much light. Oh, I know why. This thing has to be in just barely the right position. See, the difference is only by a small amount. Okay. So this one, too much light. I just did that. That shouldn't be too much light. Yeah, it's still too much light. Oh. So just those 4. We can't really afford to move it any further to the right. Wow, those braziers look so good. Is that what they're called? But anyway, they look really cool because I completely forgot about them, which means they look really natural in the space. They look like they belong. Okay, well, what if we function slightly differently by removing these? Oh, that spot was almost perfect. Maybe I was about to do a whole new design. But what if I kept that previous design and I just try and move it over just a bit? We can even clip it into the wall. A little bit. No, it's not going to do it. Maybe if I move it forward. Wow. No, you're very much in the light, huh? At what point do you get in the light? I see. That's kind of a bummer. This would be a great spot for it, but I kind of already have storage here. And I could also put our mushroom garden outside. Holy cannoli! What are you guys doing here? Get out of here! Wow. No door-to-door salesman, please. Yeah, so I could put it out here. Let's just, I don't have a hearth out here, but I could put it here. So that fits 3. I need 4. So I could put 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is a lighted area. Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, I guess I can't put my mushrooms there then. This is a very obvious spot, and it would not take me much effort to move all that stuff. It's not critically important. The reason I have this stuff here, guys, is because sometimes I'll be up here and I'll have stone in my inventory and I'll need to drop it off, and I don't want to go all the way downstairs to do that. So we just come over here and we drop it off here. That's why that stuff is there. I don't know where else I'd move it. All right, let's return to this spot. Because this is such a good spot, if only it didn't have so much light. Okay, let's try that. Okay, what about that? I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't really like it either. I kind of like that L, though, that we've got going on there. What if we did stacks of mushrooms, like along this wall? It's not a bad idea. Could I double these up? Not really. What if I... Okay, what about that? Again, don't love it. Don't hate it. It's functional, but I bet it would be kind of hard to pick up all the mushrooms. So let's go back to this L that I enjoyed. Can't do that one. The problem with that, while it's functional, I mean, I don't really have anywhere to pick it up. So I don't think I want that. See, here we can very naturally come in and I can pick everything up. And I can't, oh, I can bring it down like that. Like, what if I did that? See, the problem with that is it very obviously looks like this should be over here. Because that is clearly what we would do if we were worried about aesthetics. We would do that. And that doesn't look too bad. Like, you can come in here, you can do your farming. We could even remove that, and that looks very natural. But we can't do that because there's too much light in this singular spot. What if we built a floor over it? Would that block out the light? All right, let's just see if that works. Yes, until I get to that point. Because if I am here, hang on, there. Now I don't have a lot of light, but if I remove that, okay. If I don't have a lot of light there, can I? Maybe I can make that spot work. Is there any more wood back there? Because actually I kind of... Yeah, there was. I thought there was. I need to move it before I build permanently on it. There. How about 1, 2. This one doesn't really fit. Can I put a little bit of space? So then I can walk through. Okay, so that's all low light. And I could just walk through them all up. Pick them all again. Wow, that's really convenient. It's not the best appearance. And it does clip in with these stairs. So let's continue on our brainstorming. What if we did the following? Oh wow, that's my problem. Oh. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I could put them like this though, because they are mushrooms, and seeing as they don't require light, that might be better. But here's my problem. They might clip into the one above it, so maybe I need to give it a little bit more room, and let's give it a ladder here, and I think that is how I will do it. Okay, super excited to come to a conclusion on that. And we can add more levels if we end up finding more mushrooms. Okay, let's make sure that this is still going to effectively block. Nope. It's got to be lower. Is that the deal? Ah, fine, we're hungry. I'm happy about this, guys. This area is starting to shape up, which is good because it's been a lot of work. Okay. So that has too much light. But if I put it there, it still has too much light. Okay. Confused why it didn't have too much light a moment ago, and now it does. Okay. That seems to be the absolute maximum. The closest it can get to that wall. So let's put it there, and we will work with what we have. Okay, now it has too much light again. If I put this shelf here, it doesn't make any difference. Okay. I see. It's the reason it's telling me that is because one of them is in partial darkness. That's the word I was looking for. One of them is in partial darkness, so it's telling me the whole thing is in partial darkness. And there lies the confusion. So if the light hits me at about right there, if I bring there, then all of my things should be in partial darkness, except for that one. Okay. So there, partial, yep, all the way. Okay. If that's the case, that means I could build one here and here. Okay, let's try it. So that should all be zeros. Okay, well, half. And then here. That is going to clip. So let's put it a little higher. Maybe there. Might be too high, but we'll start with, you gotta start somewhere. So we'll start with this. And is this all brightness? I'm betting it's partial darkness. Dark, dark, bright. Okay. Okay. So it has to be even further. Let's try a half. Okay, did that do it? Yeah, it did. Okay, so all of that is okay, which means I can put it right here, and that would be the best spot for me. I should not have my seeds on me right now. Oh man, just don't grab the ledge, buddy. Please. Thank you. All right. Can I do the same thing here? I mean, maybe? No, not really. Man, this spot is kind of frustrating me, which means it's either the wrong spot. Should I recheck downstairs? All right, I'm so annoyed that that didn't immediately come together that I'm gonna have to come back later. So why don't we forget our mushrooms for now and return to them later. What mushrooms? Are they just like regular mushrooms? Okay. Okay. I guess this is long-term storage, so most of this stuff has to go somewhere else. But there's our mushroom farm for now. It's not beautiful, but it's functional. Okay, there. Because then all this stuff can... And I also think that I can make new weapons, which I think would be a good idea as well. Because my dwarf has been saying, I need a better weapon for this, over and over and over again. Every time I run into those spiders. So might as well take care of that. Bronze. No, that's copper. Maybe this is where we've got to have our mushroom farm. It makes so much sense to have our mushroom farm here, but frankly, it's so convenient too because, well, look at that. I was able to drop off all my unnecessary wood and stone. Did not have to go downstairs to do it. I guess we can find another spot for that, but it might be kind of tough to do. So let's see what we can craft as far as our new items go. Do I have any? No. Okay. So I must not have completed them yet. Cool. All right. I thought I had a new sword to make, but it looks like I don't. I feel like this room needs something else. What does it need? It'd be great to have a mural right there, you know? Like of the Fellowship walking along New Zealand somewhere. They would look really great right there. Oh, and I need these. This is too big for the room. Even if I put it up here? Yeah. Maybe if I clip it a little bit? Like, what if I did this? Would it look ridiculous? I can't really tell. Oh yeah, not even close. Please give me my resources back. Thank you. You never really know. You know, what if it like teleported through the wall. Or something. Why don't we place our crystal statues or memorial flame? Because I think they do the same. But these ones are 8. I have an idea. We could put a memorial flame out here. Wow. Dang. This is a lot of meat. These rats are great. Except for their little pitter-patter of their feet. But I suppose that's good too, because, you know, it tells me they're around. Okay, so what if we put a memorial flame out here? That actually looks pretty good. I was thinking about putting 2 of them, but they're too big. What if I put it right over here? Don't hate it. Don't love it. So let's find a different spot. Oh, what about right here? That kind of looks natural. And when I get another one, I could do another one. I wonder if it would look better if she was 1 step down or more centered. It's kind of hard to say, so let's have a look. So what if she was down here? Would that be better? I mean, I kind of like it better. Hey, you know what just occurred to me? This young woman doesn't have a beard. You have to wonder if she's a dwarf at all. Awesome. Well, I think that's the base. I think that's complete. So our next step is to go out into the unknown, which I am going to do in the next episode so that I can take a break. Thanks so much for hanging around, guys. We're going to be exploring into the next area in the next episode, so make sure that you're there. And by the way, those of you who noticed that my shirt changed when I came back from Be Right Back, comment below. Bye!